All right. We are live. Welcome to Hack Shack Studios. I am Art T. Bear, and I have Michael and Krishina. Is that it? Yeah, you ought to see her. She's insane, and she's out of her mind. Yes. So look it up, man. That's a Blondie song, but I changed the name. So these two crazy kids have got the craziest damn CG book you've ever seen, and it's called SKITS, and it is the origin book. So I think this is the book that everybody's they want to know what the hell's going on with this SKITS guy and how it all began. So I imagine that's what this story is about. Am I right?
Yes. So as we, when we came by before, we were actually, that was the book that we were promoting last time.
Vanna Black.
SKITS the Sun Book 1. So what had happened, like we always tell people, SKITS is a book about a guy who can't tell the difference between his dreams and reality. And
it's a story about me.
There you go. I mean, everyone can relate to this, everyone can relate. So what we, about 14 years ago, I actually started doing a SKITS book. Okay. Like I did floppies. I was like, okay, here's a floppy, there's a floppy, and I only sold like maybe. Oh yeah. It's like just did the floppy.
There's a floppy. Everywhere's a floppy.
Yeah, exactly. I did a few of them, and I was just like, I didn't sell them. I was just doing it to tell the story and to actually learn how to do comics. So I got all this content. It's about 100 pages, and what you can do is you can kind of follow it through the beginning to where SKITS the Sun Book 1 kind of picks up. And you also get to see me as an artist develop from here's where I started and here's where SKITS the Sun Book 1 started, So it's like there's this whole breadth of material there where you actually get to see an artist learn the craft.
It's the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Exactly.
Well, you know what? We all have that history. I mean, I remember when I was working with Jim Lee in the day, and you could see like progression from issue to issue. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying like necessarily like it was bad drawing and then it got better. Mm-hmm. It was just style. It was more stylistic. Like he was honing style. He had his chops, which I imagine you do as well. But you're just kind of honing the craft. You're getting better. You're figuring out. Like the thing about an artist is the hardest thing is like what's here to get down on paper, right? And it's always kind of a disappointment, especially when you first start, because you're very, very limited in your skill set. And then as you go, you're able to manifest those ideas better and in a more clear and concise way. So exactly. when I hear you say like you develop, those are the things I think some people think like you were like really horrible, you know what I mean, as an artist, and then you got better. Sometimes it doesn't mean that,
It just means that when he started out, because when we first met, we met out in Los Angeles.
2009.
2009. And he had just had this book. I was, like, enthralled by an artiste. A comic book. I'm an actress and a comic book artist. And when he had the book, I was like, okay, let me call up some of my friends. We had it in the comic book shops out there on Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah,
Sunset Boulevard.
What was the name of that one? It's not there anymore.
It's not there anymore.
Is it Meltdown?
It was Meltdown Comics.
Golden Apples.
It was Meltdown.
It was Meltdown.
Yeah. With a little alien. Ooh. So I, called up some friends. We got his book inside of Meltdown, and it was cool. But then it was like back in the day, that's all you could do,
There wasn't any, Kickstarter or Indiegogo. There wasn't any of those things.
There wasn't like a direct to customer kind of link. I mean, you could do a mail order, but you also have to have books out before you do any kind of subscription or mail order stuff as well.
Yeah. You also got to have people who know who you are. That's the toughest thing, is just having an audience. I mean, why would
what I find the best way to do that, Michael, is have a sign that has your name on it and walk around with that, and then they'll know who you are.
Well, then they would think that he just should be on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, they might think I'm one of them bums on Hollywood Boulevard.
You just fit right in, right?
Either that, or if you do that where we live now, you might have like 2 people come by, you know,
Right.
in a whole day.
But it goes to show you that from that time up until now, you can actually see that, wow, Skits has really, like you said, developed, but it's not developed like, oh my God, stick drawings and turkey, things. It's just like, no, you can see where the line drawing is a little bit, crisper.
Yeah, like going back to your Jim Lee analogy, it's like Skits the Sun Book 1 is like my X-Men but this right here is like Jim Lee's Punisher. Remember when he came in and he was on Punisher?
Right.
Yeah, like that's how it is, it's like, even though he is really good on Punisher, I actually really enjoyed his Punisher run. So.
Well, like I said, it's good stuff, but it's kind of like you're honing the craft, like you're getting more competent as you go. It's always good, but it just gets more competent, confidence builds, and then it starts showing in the work. So like I said, well, I want to read this because now I'm a little worried. Okay, Spirits Car says, why are you guys full on in the middle of a conversation when the stream just started? So I think maybe there was a technical difficulty. Maybe the introduction didn't go out, but we're live now.
Well, hi, Spirit Car. I'm Karshina.
Hey, I'm Michael. Hey, Artie Bear.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking Skits origin book, and that is 0. So we're just kind of 0. We're getting to know these kooky, crazy kids and how it all started, and then we're going to be getting into the full meat of the book, the new book, and the campaign as well. So this is going to be a fun time. So is that better? Is everybody caught up now?
And this is our launch party on the
launch
stream.
Party.
Yes, so we're really, really excited to have everyone at least just even go to the site and check it out. Go to Indiegogo, check it out. Come on your show, check us out.
Yeah, well, the first book was a hit. You guys fulfilled. You kept your word. People got the books, got to be entertained. That's a big milestone right there. And so now you're out with your second book, and so we're kind of getting to know Michael. There it is. Look, wait. Hold on. Let's do this right. Boom. Skits Volume 1.
And this was on the back. Yes, look at that. Kent Williams in the house. So this was Michael's cover. Then we had the Kent Williams cover, which was this one. Absolutely amazing.
Oh, and the backs are different on each one too. Cool.
Yes, and then we had the Patrick Reynolds cover, which was this one.
I think that's my favorite.
Yeah, Patrick Reynolds is an awesome artist. He's amazing.
He's doing bloodstained teeth right now.
Yep. Yeah, I'm a sucker for just flying shoes.
For image.
Yeah. Flying shoes. Yeah. You have a shoe just out there in orbit. Yeah, I'm there. I'm sold.
Tell it.
When you're in a bad neighborhood, when you have like a shoe hanging from a lamppost, that's when you're in a
Hey man, I grew up in those neighborhoods. They weren't
I did too. That's why I know.
I
threw a couple of shoes up on those light posts. Yeah.
That's your hood. That's you telling people don't cross this
Converse.
Gotta
mark your territory.
Don't cross this Converse.
Yeah, that and I pee on everything I can find. I don't. All right. Well, you know what? I usually say let's get a sign of life in there. So far we only have Spirits Cards. So I'm wondering if we're going strong. So you guys, if there's anybody in the chat and you're listening right now, let us know because I'm getting a little nervous here. We need people. We need people, you guys.
That happens. It's early in the morning. That's the big thing. It's like it's a Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
And we're not the shop Tuesday morning. So
well, okay. So you're walking the streets of LA. You got your big sign that says Michael Skits Comics. And so you're talking to all the retailers and trying to get your book into. So this is the origin of Skits right here. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, look at this. We got General Piggy. Thank you, guys. He's backer 3. And then we got You're Live, You're Just Boring. Well, too bad. we all can't be Spears car. So there.
It happens. I mean, we're kind of a boring team anyway. I mean, all we do is just bring excitement and fun, and we don't talk bad about no one. So we're just regular
No, no,
people who
no.
just
Hey,
bring
Michael.
love.
Yeah, I don't think he was talking about you. I think he was talking about me.
You're not boring, Art.
You guys are bringing it. I'm letting everybody down.
You've got like the sunlight like shining up behind you. You do. It's
I
like,
know we got clouds, we got bad weather. I mean, our internet connection's killing us. I mean, we got some bad stuff going on here, but we're bright and shiny, and we're happy to be here.
Yeah,
I got
yeah,
my
we're
Mighty
shiny.
Morphin Power Rangers. I mean, right there. So it's all
Oh,
good.
we're shiny, happy people. Yes, yes. So General Piggy, at least General Piggy's on board. You know what I mean? Like,
Thanks,
he's
General
down,
Piggy.
man. Make sure to share out. Yes, you guys, share this out. Let everybody know that we're live streaming and we're showing off a great new CG book called Skits Origin Zero, or it's called the Origin Book Zero. Sorry.
That's right. Yeah, whenever we came around the first time, we were telling people, hey, the way that this story came about is I was working at a TV station, and I was working the midnight shift, and I started having these strange dreams. Well, this book right here actually tells the story of that, where, I'm starting to have the strange dreams, weird things are starting to go on in my life, and then it starts out with kind of like slice of life, but it ends up where Skits is. It's just all over the place and crazy worlds and stuff like that. So,
well, I have to ask you now that you mentioned it. Okay, so you said that you were talking about you in the story. So are you as a character in the story?
yeah, I am Skits. I mean, that's how Skits came about. I was doing those dreams. I had those dreams. So this is like me starting to have those dreams, becoming Skits, and so, yeah.
He's projecting. He's just projecting.
Yeah. Okay. I think I got it now. Wow.
And of course, Skits is a play on word for schizophrenia. As well as short theater skits. You go and see certain things.
Short stories.
Yeah, short stories. So like when he was having those dreams, that can kind of make you crazy. Like, is this real? Is this not real? Like, this is too much.
Well, the problem was I was working all night and I wasn't getting much sleep during the day. I mean, it's like, that's really hard. Either some people can do it or you can't, and like I couldn't handle the working all night and sleeping all day thing, and it messed with me. I felt like I was in a fog for months, where I'd never felt like I was really awake,
Right.
So yeah, it was really tough, actually.
Well, you put yourself through hell and then you got a great comic book out of it. So that's pretty cool. Let's because sometimes pictures tell a million stories. So let's go to the campaign and show and give some people some context to what Skits and what we're talking about, and it might make it a little easier for people to grasp this. So you want to start with the trailer, or how do you want to?
Yeah, let's do the trailer. Our my horror production company, Verse Films Productions, produced the trailer with the music. So yes, give them some love for the horror comic kids too.
Let's do this. There's Michael walking the streets of LA. Wow.
There it is. There it is. You don't need no more, no less.
That does look fantastic. So that's
and that beat is on point.
So that was your production company that put that together?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. You know what? I feel so dumb. I never knew that the Skits character was Michael. I knew he kind of at times looked like you did, because you had the crazy hair at one point.
Oh yeah, I had long crazy hair for most of my life, actually. I kind
Yeah.
of cut it off. I cut it off from time to time. Like I'll grow it out for a few years and then I just cut it off. I don't know.
Did you have dreads at one time?
I had some dreads at one time, but that was like college, no, high school. I had them in high school.
This guy.
So this is how it all began. So this is kind of not only the origins of how you came up with the story, but the story itself, if that makes sense. So is it
Yeah,
partially autobiographical?
definitely. That's exactly what it is.
Oh wow.
It completely starts out as autobiographical and then it goes into the dreams. So it was just the dreams I was having, and that's what Skits is all about, is all the dreams and the documentation that I did.
So
At this point when I started making this in 2008, I was actually working at McFarlane, and I was just like, well, I might as well just start doing this and see what happens. And I had already had what 8 years of documentation where I'd had them in sketchbooks and everything else, just trying to, and then I started just piecing it all together from what I could remember plus my notes. So
I
Right.
mean, think about it. A dream journal is worth it. So when people and analysts say, "Oh, do a dream journal," it's worth it because you can produce something like this. It's
mhm.
not always Freddy Krueger, but you can have something
Yeah,
like
ours is
this.
actually all ages. So there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, usually this stuff goes dark. So what the refreshing aspects of this is that it's not really dark. I mean, he does have a straight jacket on from time to time and things like that, but
Yep.
it doesn't really get dark in like I guess the horror genre, things like
Mhm.
that. It's more like fantastic and fantasy and things like that, from
Yeah.
what I could tell.
It's silly, crazy, fun. That's what it is. It's kind of like Winnie the Pooh meets Dune in a way.
Oh,
How's that?
cool. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
let's read this, see if it helps. Welcome to the origin story of Skits and dive into the world of dreams from the very beginning. Hello, all. I'm Michael. How do you say your last name?
Siegenthaler.
Siegenthaler,
There you
creator
go.
and illustrator of Skits, a 6-book graphic comic book on the next level of surreal dreams and reality. Jump into my whimsical world from the start of my very first dream through story and art, and take a look at how far my dreams have taken me into the development of Skits as he goes on his very first adventure. So, from what we could tell, this is the origin of Skits, the concept of the IP, as well as like it's slightly autobiographical. This thing is mind blown, dude. Like I'm already like trying to get my head around all this stuff. It's very very interesting to say the least, though. I mean, it's way outside the box in the best and coolest of ways. So then this is kind of the origin part. Like, what's the story?
Yeah, it's like here's me working at the TV station, the way that I did. And it starts out right here where it's like, I'm kind of, it's probably like 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm dead tired and you start kind of falling asleep. So it's like it kind of shows how that was happening, where it's like I'm falling asleep, I got my hoodie on, and then you kind of have these flashes of me being in the straitjacket and stuff, where it's like, you know.
So
And
the
this is from book one right here. This is art from book one.
okay.
The first floppy I did.
Oh, okay. So the jacket's kind of becoming the straight jacket in a sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this is good stuff.
Yeah, it's the best part about this is it was done 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Like this stuff, I've had it sitting around, and I'm just putting it out there. It's a finished book. As soon as the campaign's over, I just send it to print, and we're ready to go.
Yeah, so
You
it
know,
is completed. So
yeah,
that's the
it's
number
100
one thing.
pages complete, ready to go.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So people aren't like, what time is it? Well, it is printing time. So-
Yep.
I remember when I was young, and the first time this question was posed, and I was like, "Yeah, what really is dreams and what is reality? Like, are we
Very
living
good.
a dream right now? Like, what is tangible reality?" Um, you know.
Well,
Oh, go
I'm,
ahead.
I'm one of one of those believers that your perception creates your reality. So if you have like a dream type state of perception of your life, then that actually creates your reality. That's something that I've thought for a very long time. There's a lot of psychologists that talk about this too, that, two different people can be seeing the same thing, but get two different opinions from it, and see it from two different perspectives because your mind creates your reality.
But then
The way you
again,
see things.
whose dream are you living in? Whose reality are you living in? So, I mean, are we in Art's dream? Is this his dream home, his dream show, his dream, artistry? Like, are we living in your world?
Well, when you pick up this book, you're going to be in the Skits universe here. This looks fantastic, man. I really dig your style. I mean, it's definitely pushing it. And I like the way it fluctuates between styles as well.
Yeah.
Does that have a storytelling purpose, or is it just kind of the way you feel that day?
Well, there's different ways you can approach different parts of stories and scenes and stuff like that. And one of the big things for me is I don't like to get bored with doing the same thing over and over again. So I might think like, hey, this would be really cool if I do this kind of whimsical, or hey, it might be cool if this is more like a black and white type feel to it, or maybe this could be like a fine art feel to it. And a lot of it has to do with keeping myself interested in what I want to see. The things that were interesting to me was stuff like Kent Williams, who did a cover for Skits to Sunbook 1, John J. Muth, Dave McKean, Bill Sienkiewicz. Those are the people that really influenced me when I was younger. So it's like that's the type of stuff that I want to see, where it's like it kind of changes and shifts, and you can create different moods by doing that.
And you know what? When he mentioned Bill Sienkiewicz, lo and behold, he like friended us on Twitter. We were like, what? That's awesome. Thank you, Bill. So shout out to you, Bill. So, I mean, it's like when you have these like childhood or, a person of that caliber, reach out, or like Kent Williams to say, yeah, I'll do a cover, or, anything. That is a dream. That is living the dream.
Yeah.
You're always trying to like, get in front of people like that, and they just say yes. So, I mean, that's pretty cool,
Yeah, and your thoughts do manifest reality. Believe it or not, you guys, I actually early on, this is before I started working professionally, I went through a Bill Sienkiewicz phase, and so I have a sketchbook that has, like, how people like they go, oh, this was my blue period, when you're painting, or
right.
like those type of things. There's definitely chronicled my Bill Sienkiewicz phase. So I have some doodles, believe it or not, that are kind of, in this skits kind of style. I'm like you, Michael. I like to jump all over, like stylistically jump all over the place. The only problem is that the way my career in the industry would allow, it's kind of constricting, right? Like you can't really get away with this stuff, not as easily, as you can independently. So I really applaud people that are true to the spirit. They're true to their calling, and they put it down on paper. And this is just fantastic. I mean, you're a really brave artist. I mean, not a lot of people, will trust themselves to this point and commit it to actually, not just a drawing, but, publishing it and putting it out as a book. So I dig this stuff. I mean, you definitely embrace the artist spirit, and I
Well,
agree with that.
Well, another thing is when I was starting this, like I said, I was working at McFarland, and I talked to Todd at the time, and he was like, "You got to do a page a day. You got to do a page a day." And so, like, when I started working on skits, and even when I was doing Skits on Book 1, that's what I did. I did a page a day. It's like, okay, the art might not be perfect, the detail might not all be there, but I was like, I'm going to commit to just doing a page every 8 to 10 hours. And that's all the time I'm going to spend on it, and I think that that's something that people should do, because it teaches you to to do what needs to be done and move on to the next page. It's like you get into that phase of just boom, 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 the churn. You get better with that because then you're not sitting there for a whole week just trying to draw someone's face properly or a hand properly. It's like you got to keep moving. You got to keep moving. And I think you get better over time just by doing that. You know, it's like doing the work day in and day out and constantly moving on to the next piece. It's like, okay, it wasn't perfect, but let's move on and take what I learned and go on to the next stuff. So
Yeah.
that's exactly like Skits Origin and Skits of Sun Book 1. All the work in it that I did, it was a page a day. That's it.
That's perfect. Yeah. Thank you so much, General Piggy, for the $4.99 super chat. Skits was a work of art. So you got a fan here with General Piggy. So
Thanks,
that's
Piggy.
we have
Thank you.
versus Films Productions. Is Backer 7. What's up, Skits team? Let's see. I'm just going to catch up a little bit in the chat. Leg kick. Hello.
Leg kick.
Hello, hello, hello. I always do my Three Stooges. Hello, 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 hello. Versus Films. We got 80s made consumer. Hell, T Bear. Good morning, chat. Good morning, all. Yes. So let's see. We got the great Joe Bernardo. Aloha. So yeah, we're all caught up here. Matrix, maybe. there's definitely some head trip shit going on in Skits for damn sure. So
yeah, we want to shout out to again Verse Films. Thank you so much for backing because we also have a G Clay art print tier in there as well. So that's what we're talking about in the feature too, that they got the art print.
Yeah,
as well.
that was something when we did Skits of Sun Book 1. A lot of people were like, "Oh, are you going to do prints of these?" Because we did these big paintings, you know, that people really loved inside the book. And they're like, "Oh, you're going to do prints?" I was like, "Well, I don't like doing just like the simple print where it's like all folded up and it comes in and stuff, you know." Right. So I was like, if I'm going to do prints, I'm going to do G Clays, which are gallery quality art prints. They're signed and numbered. They're limited to only 20. So if y'all want something like that, we got some really beautiful pieces now. The ship taking off. We got Skits over the city, and then we got the one with Skits and chair and boot flying away. Those were the images that people really liked a lot, and we got them on the campaign. If you're interested in having it,
and they're direct from Skits to Sun.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. We'll go through the tiers and stuff like that as well.
Sweet.
Yeah,
and they last you 100 years if you're still around,
dude. We're not done with this epic adventure. We're gonna keep this crazy train rolling. Yeah. So one of my favorite things, I wanted to go back for a minute with book 1, was that you had 3 different versions, and so you had like part of the story that was different in each one of the versions. So you had like variant covers, but it wasn't just a variant cover, it was also a variant storyline. And that, once again, way outside the box, that is a really unique idea, and very, very cool, because it's not just like, oh, we got a cool new piece of artwork. You actually get content with it as well. And I thought that was a great win-win. So how did that go over for you? Did people seem to really like that?
Yeah, actually, most people bought the 3-book journey. You know, that's all 3 books. We had very few just single sales. Pretty much everyone wanted the 3-book journey, and that's what we sold the most of. So, I mean, it was very much a conscious decision. Hey, Luke, I was just like, hey, I don't like to buy variant covers, so I need to put something out there that I like. So I was like, let's do variant stories. Let's do choose your own adventure. And the cool thing about it is each one of those books, the different stories that happen inside kind of foretell stuff that's going to be happening in Skits of Sun Book 1 and Skits Book 3, 4, you know, it's like we got stuff in there that's actually going to be coming down the road. You actually get to see a little bit of the future.
So, you know, in other words, if you had got, you know, the variant cover B, you know, it does have some variations in the storyline, has variations with some of the art, with the different paneling.
6 different pages and 18 different panels across the book.
But if you only just got this one, you can read it. You're finished with the book. Perfect. It's great. But if you had all 3, now you get a bigger scope of what Skits is up to. Not that you miss anything from those two, but you just get a bigger scope. So now that we're adding Origin, it even broadens everything. You're like, oh, now I can recall what happened in that variant cover. So
right. So that would be between the 3 books. Does each one of them have 6 pages that are deviate from the others?
So there's 18 pages of extra story across the 3 books.
Yeah, that's almost an issue unto itself. The mainstream books are 20 pages, so it's just 2 pages shy of just like a normal Marvel DC book. So that's quite cool. Since we're really talking about the first book that you did, is this going to be available in the new campaign as well?
Yep, it's on there. We have a tier for it, or you can do it as an add-on. So we've actually been selling a lot of them, surprisingly. We bought extras just for this purpose, but I didn't expect to be selling so many on just the first day of Skits the Sun Book 1. So it's cool.
Also, no ads.
Yes, no
ads. Just all story, all excitement.
Yeah, all excitement. Well, let's go back and we'll go over the tiers since we're kind of talking about that now.
So it is a head trip. Like you said, it is a head trip, because then you're wondering, wow, did I just read that? Oh, wait, no, this is different in this book. Wait, what? You know what I mean? So it is a head trip going on.
Yeah. So this is your featured perk. It's the Skits Origin book, and you get the PDF of the book. And Skits in the City, is it Glacy? Is that how you say it?
The Giclée.
Giclée.
Okay, it's French. Okay, Giclée print. And that the Giclée print is so there's 3 different prints, right?
Yeah, there is, but we're only doing this one with the feature tier because people seem to like that one the most. So we were just like, let's do this one as the feature tier. And it's a full page. What is it there? It's 15 by 22. I know it's signed and numbered, and they're just wonderful. Actually, I was kind of against it at first, but then I had some test prints done at a print factory, and they looked amazing. I was just like, wow, this is great.
And it was a local printer to us where we are. And when we saw it, we were like, can you do this? And he was like, yeah, sure. We picked it up and we were like, oh, you can do this. It looks really cool.
Wow.
And he was even amazed.
Yeah. And these things are, they got, they're archival. They're, I think, 140 plus years they're good for. So, I mean, it is like a piece of art. It's going to stay around for a long time.
Like you, Art.
Yes. So somebody will inherit this piece of artwork in their family.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. Yeah. So that's a 15 by 22 art gallery. How do you say Giclée?
Giclée. Everything in art is French. You know that, Art.
I think that second C is a K. Giclée. Okay. So then we have the you have the PDF version of the book, and that will save everybody in shipping for damn sure.
Especially our international friends. Hello, international.
Yeah, we did it dirt cheap. We were just like, hey, if you want a PDF, it should be a lot cheaper than the regular book. That's one of the things I hated about Marvel and their digital platform is they sell the digital for the same price as the regular book. And I was like, why wouldn't I just get the regular book? At least then I have the book. Well,
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So if there's any international backers, this is a great way to get around the shipping, and the shipping keeps shifting and changing daily. So
yes.
Yeah, it's crazy. So then here you go. This is the main tier right here. This is the Origin book itself, $25. So this is limited then.
Yeah, we're doing a limited print of these, signed and numbered. And I was just like, so I just wanted to do something special where it's like, let's just do something where we're only doing a few books and we're just going to sign and number all of them, and bam, there you go.
Yeah.
So the print run is only going to be 250 of this book itself?
Of the signed and numbered. If we end up selling that many on the campaign, then we might overprint just a little bit for other people. But for the most part, they're just going to be 250 signed and numbered. That's
Period.
it.
Period.
Yep.
But are there other tiers where you can get that book?
Oh,
Or is it
yeah. Yeah.
that tier?
That's it, though. That's the main tier. Yeah.
Yeah,
For the
that's
book,
it.
signed and numbered. If you
Oh,
want it,
oh.
you better get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
what's
got
up, Past Master Dan and Kevin?
Past Master Dan.
Past Master. You weren't the first one in this time. You disappoint me. Okay, so we got Skits, the Sun Book 1. So this is the 3 variants that we were talking about. So
Yep.
this is Patrick Reynolds cover, the Kent Williams cover, and yours is the 3rd cover. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Very, very good. And wait, this isn't all 3 of the books for 25.
No, you choose which one you want, or you can get all of them, but they're $25 a piece.
Oh, okay. Wow. I was going to say that is a crazy good deal.
You were like, are you still in your dream world?
You're going to go out of business, Michael. You're giving shit away. So here is I'm not even going to try to say
The G Clay.
the J Clee. The J
Player,
Clee.
the G. For you, Arma say it's the G.
G print.
It's the G print. And these are 15 by 22, and these will last you 140 years for only $60. You have a print that will last longer than most people will. You know.
Yep.
You know what? We should be made out of this paper and this printing process.
Yeah, it's real nice watercolor paper. I mean, it's all archival, 100% cotton rag paper, no acid in any of it. So it's great.
And we do ship it separately from the book. So it does come in an art tube.
Yep.
So it's not
it
like
won't get damaged.
Yeah. So
Yes. All right. Okay. Wow, this campaign is shaping up. Look at this. So we got Skits comeback, Glakey.
G Clay.
The G print. The G print.
The G Clee.
Just let them keep trying. That's awesome. It's great banter. This is awesome.
I'm just gonna keep coming up with my own versions of this.
You can even say the glacé.
If
you want. That's another French word for glaze.
This damn G Slee print. Oh my gosh, my wife hates me because I'll go on rants like this forever. I'll just butcher words. Okay, I'll be called the butcher, Art the butcher. Okay, so this is Skits comeback, and so this is another one of. Oh, this one goes horizontal then, right? Oh, this is different size, 22 by 26.
Yeah, it's double page spread.
Okay, so each one of these prints are different sizes then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got double page spreads and then the single page one.
And this is limited to 20, you guys, and this will be in your family for years to come. We got the Skits Sail Away. All I can hear is that damn stick song now.
Sail away, sail away, sail away.
Well, that's a different one. Yeah, that's.
Right.
That's, what's her name?
Sorry.
Yeah, I like that version too. Yeah, that's a cool song.
I forget her name.
We could go with that. So this one is a Glay Key for 85.
It's killing me, Smalls.
You're killing me. Is that 28? Is that 22 by 20? No, 26. My eyes are filled with tears of laughter right now. Can't see the damn screen. Okay, so we're having too much fun here. Okay, so this is the other, and this is more horizontal as well.
Yep.
Wow, this one looks fantastic. Look at this is a little bit more digital, right?
It's digital and painting. I do a little bit of both. Actually, both of them are done that way, where it's traditional stuff mixed with a little bit of digital.
Okay. Do you have bigger versions of this on the page? Oh, here's one. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the first one. This comes with the featured. This one's the banner. The banner. Look at that. Wow. Did you ever do concept art, like for movies or film or anything, TV?
No, but that's something that I'm really interested in, so I can do that sort of art.
But you did work with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I
So.
did work on a Lord of the Rings video game, but I was doing illustration for their interface design.
But that's still Lord of the Rings. So
Yeah. So there, take that, Michael.
That's right.
Okay, this one you guys got to get because it's got the flying shoe in the chair. So
Yeah, that one's awesome.
this
Yeah.
is a hit. This is a crowd pleaser right here.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is fantastic.
And just FYI to you, when we first started out a long time ago, when you were one of our first people to have us on, that picture for the skit Sail Away, remember that was in black and white. That was our very first showing of skits when we were trying to drum up business and whatnot. And you were like, what? So now this is the version, the colored version for it as well. So, but yeah, it was a black and white piece in it as well. Yeah.
So I'm still like, what?
Yeah.
So this JC right here, this is fantastic. So these JCs will last you 140 years, you guys. So this is probably the best CG investment that you'll ever make, as far as artwork and stuff like that. So these are fantastic, Michael. You really are just a way outside the box artist. Very clever stuff. The concept is, as my daughter would say, it's meta. It's like it's out.
Yeah, it's meta.
Whoa, who's this cutie?
Oh wait, what? Did I do my hair the same way? What? What?
And so here we go. Let's get into some of these stretch goals. Are they listed or?
No, we haven't listed them yet, but they'll be coming once the campaign settles in.
So you're gonna tease people. So you are gonna get stretch goals. You just don't know what yet.
Yes, right. Yes. We're gonna release them as soon as when the book is doing well. We're gonna release them. So make sure everyone watches, everywhere, wherever we post them. So that way, you know what you're going to get, because there are some good stuff. Now, if you were on our mailing list, some things were already sent out to you.
Yeah.
So
being on the mailing list is the best thing you can do, because we send everything to them first. We also have secret perks that no one can see. If you notice, there's not a lot of stuff actually being sold just on the regular page. Most of the people who started buying yesterday when we sent it out, it's all the background stuff, because we're giving people really good deals and really great
discounts, day one discounts.
That's right.
And yeah, just secret perks that we sent out to everyone. So check your spam, check your emails, check whatever you got to do, because that is a perk for staying on the list. And as people know, we don't email very often. Like, we email when the campaign is about to go live, when it's ready, and then that's it. So it's like,
Yeah. And you guys remember, this book is completed. So as soon as this campaign is funded, this is going to go to print. They already have the printer picked out, and this is going to ship worldwide. And remember those PDFs, if the shipping charges get a little high, you can get that PDF for only $5. So I'm surprised there aren't like a billion of these sold, which is probably good, because people still want the hard copies of them.
Well, we got a bunch of the featured tier sold in the background for a cheaper price for people who are on the email list. And the PDF is
included. So it's basically read while you wait. So if you want the physical version, you don't have to like, oh my God, you have the PDF version to read while you wait, and then you're going to get the nice book, and as well as your print. So
let me just grab one of those G Clays right quick. I got one over here to the side.
So you can talk to me, or you can talk all to me. It's my show now. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm glad Michael's gone. So
I know. Oh my God. Let me now plug my stuff real quick. I'm doing a horror comic myself. So if you like, here he is.
Damn it. The husband's always messing stuff up.
Just so people get a sense of scale.
I have to like move out the way.
Oh, wait. Let me do this solo layout. Wow. Move it a little closer to the camera. Wow, that is fantastic. And you said it's kind of it's watercolor paper, so rag paper.
Yeah.
So it's more of a cloth. It's more of a cloth than paper, right? or
Yeah,
56.
The fiber strands are just closer together than what you would get in a standard
Turn on the
paper.
back. Maybe they can see that in the back. I'm gonna do my best Vanna Black impression. There you go.
But anyway, just so you can see how big
Did
it
you say
is.
Vanna Black?
Of course. Vanna Black.
I like that.
I got the smile and I got the prestige.
Yeah. Man, you're a lucky man, Michael.
I know.
She's a feisty lady.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so let's see. What? Art Butcher of Streams.
No, yeah.
Oh, there's a callback when I said Butcher. Yeah. I remember that stream. You know what? Give me enough time and I'll butcher everything.
Hey, Kevin.
So this is the JC print. Even when it's spelled out, I'm still gonna
But phonetically.
Yeah, so Luke, you can't help me. You can't help me. I'm unhelpable. Oh, you guys, this is your code name, Black Stars? That's right?
Mm-hmm.
Black Star. Sounds like a Teen Titans villain. Black Star.
Excellent.
Yeah, she loves Teen Titans.
I do love Teen Titans.
What was a Firestorm? What was Starfire? Her sister was called
Starfire.
It was Blackfire.
It was Blackfire.
Oh, okay. So there's a lot of different color fires in that world. So Kevin says, don't forget the cutout mask. So is that
was on the first campaign?
Oh, sweet. Look at that.
This was one of the perks that we had for the first campaign where we actually turn the Gemini mailer into your actual SKITS mask.
That's right.
So, I mean, that is pretty awesome. You can paint it however you want or, whatever you want to do. But, I mean, not a lot of people were doing that. You get your Gemini mailer in your hand and you go, okay, great, I got my book inside. But we're like, no. But wait, there's more, says Billy Mays. But wait, there's more. Because when you open up the Gemini mailer, it was the outline of the mask. So you can just craft out. So.
Oh, wow. So you cut it out? You cut it out of the box? So the seam right there, that's the edge of the box.
Exactly. And on the sides too. I just positioned it so it would work perfectly inside the box. So once you cut it out, it already has the folds in it.
God, you're so freaking
See, these are things that people weren't thinking of. They're just like, oh, here's my book, here's a card, which is granted, that's awesome. But we were like, let's do something different. Let's give them something and let's be recyclable.
Yeah, we had a few people actually do the cutouts and painting with their kids and stuff, and they sent us pictures. It was awesome.
Yeah, Mandible Smasher did that.
Mandible Smasher.
Yeah. Since it's an all ages book, that's a fun little perk, man. I used to dig stuff like that on the back of cereal boxes and stuff.
Exactly.
And stuff. Yeah. I will forgive you, Past Master Dan, because of this. God bless you, young man. Yes. I am a young man at heart. Okay, we got a question here. What about the skits on the bridge artwork? I'm not sure what that's about.
That's another painted image that people were really excited about. And we're actually going to do a G-Clay for that on our website at some point. Yeah.
A G-Clay, I don't know what that is. You mean a JC?
It was this one.
Okay, wait. Let me share. Boom. Oh, yeah, where he's floating up or falling. Is he floating or falling?
He's jumping.
Oh, the arrows are coming after him. That's right. Yeah. It's kind of blurry. I can't really see it, but I remember.
Well, it's our internet connection. Maybe.
Oh, look at that. That's cool.
But that is the one that we possibly... maybe. Who knows? Maybe.
Turn into a JC. I like that.
That's right.
The glacé.
Hey, that's glacé.
Glass half full.
The glass half. We got Joe Bernardo. He's getting into the Blackfire aspects. It was so fun. Upcycling at its recycling at its finest. That's cool.
Yeah, it's like, I mean,
Upcycle.
everyone gets one of those. What are they called? What's those boxes called? What's the company? Gemini. It's like everyone has them dang Gemini mailers. You might as well do something with them, you know.
Yeah.
So I was just like, well, I just made a template and put it into all of them, and there you go.
Very easy. That with your Skits paper puppet bookmark. I mean, it was fun, and again, it's fun for everyone. So it's not like, oh, here's my Gemini mailer, chuck it. It's like, oh wait, there's something else in there.
Yeah, we had a few people chuck them and then realized afterwards that there was something in it, and they were like, "Oh,
they're rummaging through the garbage trying to get there."
Well, they actually messaged us and was like, "Well, I never got it. You sent it to everyone else," and I was like, "Did you check?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, I did. My bad."
It's on the back of the box.
Yeah.
You know what else? I remember, didn't you put like a band around some of the versions of it, and they were kind of like a signed and numbered like
band? It was for people who bought the 3-book journey. We did a belly band, a printed belly band that was signed and numbered. We did like 120 of those. And then we also did, for people who are on the mailing list, I did hand-drawn ones that were signed and numbered.
So a personal sketch, basically, yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was going to say, no drawing on this campaign?
Actually,
again, if you're on that mail list,
yeah, if people on the mailing list, that's the thing. Anyone who buys something on day 1 of the campaign gets a free drawing from me.
Oh, wow. Wait,
that's today only. So, yep.
Day 1.
Oh, so they have to get them today.
Only today. Right. Yep.
You guys get in there. Kevin says, "Yep, mine were banded." I'm not sure what that is. The books were banded.
Okay. All 3 of them are banded together with a belly band.
Okay. I go dark. I go like banded, like the airport. The cop came and confiscated your comic books.
I know they confiscated my Skits comic books at the airport. I don't know why. They said they were contraband.
So if you day 1 today, if you back us today, and plus the sketch goes right inside the book, so it's not like just folded or anything.
Just put it right inside. It's on a nice piece of art, high quality art paper, and it'll go right inside the book.
So if the book is this size.
There you go.
The size.
Just saying.
A funny aside, my partner and I, this is years ago, and we had Chrono Mechanics. I think it was the first printing, the image book that we did in black and white. And so we're going to Canada. So it was a cartoon comic book convention, and all my heroes were there. So it was so cool. But so we're in the airport, and so we're going through, and so at the last minute, you mentioned contraband. We had a bag full of books, right? And you're supposed to claim, like if you're going to sell them, things like that, you're supposed to, claim them and all that other stuff. So we didn't. And so I handed it to him. And it was fortuitous. It was the best thing I ever had done, because shortly after that, the security comes over. I just must look like a troublemaker. Out of the blue, these 2 huge guys, these security guys go, "You're coming with me." And so then my partner is walking off, and he's grabbing the bag off the conveyor belt and walking to the gate. And he knew, like, just keep walking, right? And I knew that I wasn't going to mention that guy or that bag or anything. And they detained me for about 15 minutes, man. And this guy was the biggest full of shit. I can't, it was such an abuse of power. Okay. So this guy's standing there. You got the big Canadian flag right behind him and everything. And he's asking me specific American questions. He's like, "How many stars are in your flag?" And then he's like, "What do the red stripes mean? What do the white stripes mean?" He's
Most
like,
people don't know that stuff.
And then he's like, "Your mother's maiden name." And then he's like, "Your elementary school." And then I'm like, and while he's doing this, he's looking down at the screen. So he looks down and then he looks up at me. He looks down, he looks up at me. Like somehow the answers are there on his screen. And I'm like, there's no way the fucking answers are on your screen. You're totally making this up. I could say anything and you would have no idea. Like elementary school, Glakey Elementary School. You know what I mean?
Well, they're
Like
just
I could just have said anything. Your mother's maiden name, Maria. You know
well,
what I
they're
mean?
just trying to
Right?
get you to stumble, like start to look around, like
Exactly.
that's what they're looking for.
You're like White Stripes, the
They don't
band.
know the answers. They're just looking to see how you react to it.
Yeah,
You're like, I like the White Stripes, the band. Sure.
yeah, they're great, man. You know, they're international. Why is this, specifically American? And it was so weird. And he just kept going and going. And I was like you, Michael. It was like, yeah, he's just trying to get me to slip up. So I'm just going to answer as quickly as possible because it doesn't really matter what I answer because he's not going to know anyway.
Right.
And then he was very, very disappointed. And then he goes, "You can go." And he goes, "Next time," he goes, "make sure you have your passport and your papers in order." And I'm like, "All right, whatever." and then I get past the gate, and then my friend he's got the bag of contraband, and he's laughing his ass off.
Art, you're always getting into trouble, Art.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
He's the one they should have pulled over, right? Like,
I worked for this English company for a while, for about a year and a half, 2 years, and I was constantly going over to England for like 2 weeks at a time every month. And I started, you'd come back through immigration and you just got tired of all the questions they'd ask. So I just started switching it up on them. Like they would ask me stuff like that, and then I just ask them back something. I'm like, "Well, what's your favorite color?" And they'd be like, "What?" They start asking questions. I'd ask them a question, and they'd be like, "Come on." Like one time I was going through Detroit, and this guy, this big dude, he was like, "Do you have anything to declare?" I was like, "Yeah, English food sucks. I'm ready for some chicken, fried chicken. Give me some fried chicken." And he's just like, "All right, go."
You're an American.
Popeyes is down the street.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Louisiana style.
Popeyes,
Yeah.
Art. Popeyes.
Popeyes.
Good. It's good. It's the best. It's the only real fried chicken I eat. I'm not like a Kentucky Fried Chicken guy, but man, the Popeyes is the best. Oh, but another story, airport story. Okay, so I go to a convention, and I always like when you make money at cons, you kind of feel like guilt free, right? That you can buy stupid stuff because I have a family and everything, so every dollar I make, I bring home, we use it, for the family. And so what I do is I indulge in these Batmobiles. So I scour the con for any kind of collectible Batmobile, right? It doesn't matter like what year, if it's cool, I buy it, right? So it was a little Corgi Batmobile miniature, right? And I got it. It was like from the 70s or whenever the hell it was. And so I had it in my pocket. And so when they like patted me down, because I didn't put it in the thing, and so I didn't pat it down, and then they go, clear your pockets, and I did. I had this little Batmobile, right? And so the guy's like, and so then security came over and they took me into a room, and so they sat me down, but they took my Batmobile. They took my freaking Batmobile, right? And so I'm sitting there like all of a sudden I'm on trial, and so the guy comes in and he sits down. There's all this posturing, right? It's like, and then he just grabs the car. I didn't see it at first. He just grabs the car and he puts it on the table and he goes, "What the hell is this?" And I go, "It's a kid's toy. It's a Batmobile." And he goes, "I know what it is." He goes, "Why the hell do you have it?" And I go,
"I like Batman."
I go, I'm a comic book artist, and I did, a convention in your town, whatever. And I said everything. And then I said, I draw comic books and I just like collecting little novelties like this. And he's just looking at me like, this is the strangest story I've ever heard. It cannot be the strangest story this guy's ever heard, but it must have been a really slow day. And I'll tell you, man, he put so much heat on me, and I was like, what the hell? And so then he goes, "You can go." So I got up, and he didn't give me the Batmobile back, right? So I started walking towards the door, and I was like, "No, I want that."
Going back for it.
And I went back for the Batmobile. I grabbed it off the table, and I walked back.
That's what you gotta do.
You gotta do that. It's like, come on, man. It's like you can't be taking. See, that's one thing. I've gone through security checks so many times. I just forget about it sometimes. You wouldn't believe how many pocket knives I've lost just from going through security. With like, I'm like, oh crap, I got my pocket, because everywhere
Here
I
you
go, I
go.
got my pocket knife. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
These are
my
deadly skits.
I,
Deadly
I know, like
skits.
my first time going to England, I had my pocket knife with me. I knew I couldn't get it through security, so I put it in my check bag. And then when I got over there, like I just put it in my pocket. I found out, I didn't know, but it's illegal to carry a knife in England. It's 6 months mandatory in prison over there, in jail.
Yeah.
And I was like, luckily someone told me. I was just like, are you? I was like, it's a pocket knife, and they're like, oh, you could. Oh my God, that's the end of the world. I was like, well, how you supposed to cut your taters when you're out at the, going to lunch and dinner?
This is where the straitjacket comes into play. So if you were locked up for 6 months, you're like, excuse me, I already have my straitjacket.
It's a pocket knife. I was like, what am I going to do with a 3-inch pocket knife?
Right. As long as the blade is, it's 3 inches, right? That's pretty much every state, right? It's 3 inches. Anything more than that is against the law. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I mean, I have like
I have to go. Okay, 3 inches always boggle my mind because it's a very specific. It's a very specific number. Is it like it takes more than 3 inches to hit a vital organ, or
probably?
What are we talking about now? What are we talking about now?
A 3-inch blade. Yeah, like what? Yeah. What are you talking about? You're starting to freak me out. Yeah. So 3 inches. Yeah, I guess you can't kill a man with a 3-inch blade. I think you can kill a man with a 3-inch blade, but whatever,
My biggest airport story. Well, I got 3, but my biggest airport story is when I did a study abroad over in Italy. When I was in undergrad, I did a study abroad. I was there. I was loving it. But when I was coming home, like the last day of school, and when I was coming home, I couldn't fit all of my luggage to go. Like I'm a thin girl, and I had like this oversized coat. I had bags, strapped around me. I was carrying bags. I had art book. I mean, I had everything. And the carabinieri, which is the police, the time police, was like, "Scusi, you need to open your jacket." And I was like, no. And I was like, skinny neck with like a fat body. I was like this waddling through the airport. And they were, I was actually late. They were calling my name. And I was like, I've got to get to my plane. It was a Delta flight. And they were like, no. They said, scusate. And I was like, and I was like, my mom's in the Air Force. She'll bomb your country if I don't get home. And they were like, and I was like, oh, did I just cause an international?
You don't say stuff like that.
But I was crying because I just knew I had to get home.
If you open it up, it's like Fred Flintstone when he opens up the closet and everything flies out, and then that one bowling ball comes down.
It actually did, because I had to cut the strap off because it was too big, too laden. But long story short, I missed the flight. I served them with an Air Force story, but I got the flight the very next night. But I was so scared that I even said that, and I was like, "Oh, my bad." But it's true. My mama wants me home, and so they were.
So they detained you because you didn't cooperate, or you just missed the flight because?
No, I just missed the flight. They just saw that I had a skinny neck and this body.
Yeah, they probably thought you had a bunch of bombs underneath your jacket or something.
No, they just thought, they were like, this is something strange, Yeah. And so when they saw the bags, they all fell off of me.
Looking like the turtle disguise from Master of Disguise, where he's like,
turtle.
They told me you have to repack, and I was like, but I can't repack.
You're gonna have to check some of that baggage in. Well, since we're on, I love airport stories, right? I travel a lot with my daughter in the day. So one, it was great because she was of age where it was great because we would go all over, the United States, and we do these conventions, and then it would be all expenses paid. So they would pay for her, and she's an artist, so they would also set her up with a table and all this stuff. So she got experience as, like an artist, selling her wares. And it was good experience for her. And so I remember we'd have these backdrops, for the conventions, those roll-ups. And so we had all our art and portfolios and all this other stuff. And so I never check artwork in because I usually travel with thousands, like probably 10,000 or more dollars worth of artwork. So I always carry it on with me, and it's freaking heavy. But I always act like it's not, right? Like, so I'll put it in the overhead, and it's like 50 pounds or whatever it is, you know. And so, you know, we're always late. We're always late to get back home. And so we're running through the airport, and so the strap on my daughter's backdrop, it broke, and it tripped her. And so she just yells, "Dad!" I'm already out in front of her, and we're just, OJing it through the airport, like, just jumping over things, and we're just, it hurts. And so then I just turn around just a little bit. I see the gate, and they're all ready to close that door. And then I look back at my daughter, and I'm like, "Every man for himself." I just ran further and faster, because I knew, like, the best thing I could do is just hold that door for her, right? Like, I could go back for her, and then we're not going to get on the plane. But if I can get to that gate, I can maybe sweet talk them. It's like,
you can hold the door.
The more you know, right? The more
you're going to do a hoe door for her.
Of course, my daughter doesn't see it this way. She's like, "My dad's abandoned me." Like, she's all like, "Oh, God." And so
it's like an action movie. They're like, "Go on without me." You're like,
"Okay." Yeah, there's bombs going off and everything. And so then she finally gets over. And so, once I talked to, because actually the pilot was there too at the gate, the door. And so I turned, and then, it was okay here. So then I went to go help her. And then as I came back, there were more people that worked the flight, the workers, and they were all just laughing their asses off. And then one guy said, he's like, "You actually said every man for himself." And it's like, "Is that your daughter?" And then my daughter's like, "Yeah, he's my daughter."
You got to fend for yourself.
You're like jumping for the door, and your daughter back there is having a yard sale in the middle of the airport with all her stuff spread out everywhere.
All flying out. Yeah. Oh, it was crazy, man. Everything, actually, every time we flew somewhere, there was some kind of dramatic event. But I want to get this. So Kevin Thompson says, "Just backed. Didn't realize you had already launched. Back the top tier, of course." Yeah, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
Doesn't mess around. So let's go back to the campaign real quick, see where we're at, and let's get this party even more crazy. I want to show the trailer again if there's any latecomers, because that trailer is absolutely fantastic. But let me hit this. Okay, we're at 35 backers. We're at 1,870. Boom, hit the refresh button. You got 2 backers, my friend. Oh, shit. 2,105, you guys. Sweet.
Thank you so much, people.
Thank you, everyone, so very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, CG is the best. Let's check this crazy ass video out.
Yes, General Piggy, you are turkey.
We're dropping the piggy. Uh-oh, what the hell? That's so good. That is so good.
Yeah. Obviously, that shows that Michael likes to do, peeing in the streets. So.
Oh, well, there's a story behind that, but I can't tell it on there. So.
It's very colorful pee, though, so that's okay. Mm-hmm. That's okay. All right, you guys. Well, this is absolutely a fantastic campaign, a great start. These guys are good for it. They've already fulfilled one campaign. Absolutely fantastic. Most of the stuff from that campaign is available with this campaign and then some. with the prints and all that other stuff. So you guys can get the 3 original books from the first campaign, and you can get those, and you can get them as add-ons too, right? Is that?
Yep. No added shipping. When you buy the book, you can just pop them on as add-ons and no added shipping.
So you could back this tier, then you could add the main book on, or you could back this tier, get the JC prints and the main book. You can do all kinds of cool mix and match. I highly suggest picking up all 4 books because, like we talked, and if you guys just came in, each one of these variants, they're not just variant covers, but there's variant stories as well. So each one of these books has 6 variant story pages in them. So that's 18 extra pages of content that you get if you pick up all 3 of these books. Not only do you have these great covers, Kent Williams and who's the other guy? I'm sorry,
Patrick Reynolds.
Patrick Reynolds does cover C, and then of course Michael does the main cover. You get great artwork, but you get that 18 pages of story content, and plus, you guys, this book, The Origin, it's 100 pages long.
Yep.
I mean,
and it's done, ready to print.
That's freaking epic, man. I mean, for $25, 100 pages of content. I definitely combine these, man. Get those 3 books, get the 0 book, and then pick yourself up a print that will live longer than you will. Because those JCs last forever. They just last.
Yes, they do. And also, if you're ordering on day 1, which is today, you get a free piece of artwork from me that I'll stuff right inside the comic book for you.
Okay, so that's
only for today.
So that's anybody that backs today.
Anybody.
Anyone.
Anything except for the PDFs, because we're not shipping anything. If we're shipping something to you, it'll be in there for you.
If you got a G Clay, we'll give you a print. A sketch.
Yeah. You guys, this is crazy. This is a crazy generous offer on Michael's part. You guys got to get in there. Wow, how many? So you'll have 37 drawings already to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a couple streams where I do the drawings. So
yeah, well, let's get that. Let's get this thing to 200 backers today and watch Michael sweat.
Oh my God, that would be the best stretch goal ever. Yes. Good job, Art. Keep saying that.
Let's make Michael work harder than he thought he was going to work for this campaign. Look,
let's do it. Come on.
Let's do it,
don't
man.
Forget
Well, also
emails, because we have discounts in the background. If you were on our mailing list, emails were sent, so check your spam, your junk, whatever. Check your junk, and then because we have some good stuff. So
my junk's functioning properly. Oh my gosh, I forgot what I was going to say. You threw me off with that junk. I was going to say there's only 250 of these books at this point that are going to be done for the campaign, and they're going to be signed and numbered. So they might go up, but at this point in time, right, you're thinking 250 is the print run, 250 signed. So also get in early, because 250 books is not a crazy amount of books. I'm predicting by day's end 200, because I want to see you do 200 drawings.
So do I.
I want epic number of streams for drawings.
No, I want to see you do it all in one epic stream, like where you never sleep. Like, how you said you don't do well when you don't sleep. So this will be fuel, creative fuel for your next story arc. So you stay up, as long as it takes you to draw 20 or 200 drawings, and then you have your idea for the next storyline.
Look at you, Art, getting that credit. Getting that Art credit.
It's a win-win. I like we're both excited, and Michael's just giving me that look like.
I know.
I don't
Well, because
know.
I do the marketing and publicity for the team, and so I'm all like, I'm thinking, ooh, how can I make this public? Like, how can I do the
Yeah,
PR for this? It's
I'm the
good.
one doing the work, man.
Right, right.
Yeah, you're just saying something. I'm doing the work.
Well, that's why, like my wife will come in. It's like, oh, in the campaign we could do this, that, and the other thing, and whatever. And I'm like, okay, everything you said has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with me. So
Yeah.
you just obligated me for about, I don't know, 10 days worth of work.
Right. Marketing is an art form. Thank you. Marketing is an art form. So,
Yeah.
Well, I always think, like, when you're when you don't have to do the stuff physically, man, it's blue sky all the way, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Marketing is work that you don't have to do. You just tell someone else to do it.
Yeah. How do we
I'm
get
the
there?
big boss.
I know, like, we're just the grunts still.
Well, we picked the wrong
Okay.
job.
I'm glad you said job. I thought you were going to go somewhere else. The wrong significant others. No.
No, jobs. We picked the wrong jobs. We should have been like managers or bosses. That's a better job to have than an artist.
Yeah, bossing people around. Hey, move that over there. Well, why?
Right.
I just want it over there.
That's right.
Do as I say.
Yeah. It's not for you to understand. It's for you to do.
But I know that he appreciates it though, like, because you can't do the artistry and the marketing all at the same time. You got so much to think about. So I'm pretty sure it's appreciated. Yes.
Oh, of course. I mean, we're having fun with it, but yeah, of course. I mean, the thing is, usually they're great ideas, that my wife's coming up with, and then it really is the challenge is to try to figure out how to make it work with the time that we have, and all that other good stuff. So, it's all good. The book looks fantastic, you guys. I always, love hanging out with you.
Thanks, Art.
Thank you.
Great outside of the box artist, team right here. And so after this, then you're going to, because this is kind of like a prequel to the story you already did. And then once this is done, then you're going to go back to like book 2, and then you're going to keep telling that story moving forward, right?
Yep. Actually, I have one other book that we're going to be putting out there as well before book 2, but I'm actually working on book 2 right now. What I'm doing is I'm just releasing content for people while the next book is being worked on, instead of having to wait another year. It's like, okay, well, here's a few other things. I'm just going to put it out there.
Yeah, we want people to have these books in their hand, like, every so months. So that way you don't have to wait so long. So that way, you just got Origins. Oh, we got SKITS 1. Oh, look, we got a side journey. Oh, here we goes book 2. So that way you don't have, it's a continuous, what was it, paper mill? So basically, so yeah.
Keep those trees chopping. Make some more SKITS books. Well, once again, you guys are great. Anything I can do for you, let me know. Everybody in the chat, if you haven't backed SKITS Origin Book 0, go out and do so. You can also pick up the 3 original. Always keep in mind, these aren't just variant covers. These have 6 pages of content in each one of these books. That is fantastic. And also, that book 0 is 100 pages. So you're getting 100 pages of content for $25. This is fantastic. So continued success, you guys. And is it going to be a 30-day campaign? You're going to do maybe a 30 and a 30? What do you think?
40. It's
just a 40 days.
That's it.
Okay. And then possibly in demand, or no?
Probably, go in demand. So, and until the book actually ships, and then we'll shut it down.
Okay, so then you're keeping in demand. Once you get books in hand from the printer, then you'll probably cut off the in demand and then start. Because you can sell up to that point, or you can get backers up to that point.
Unless all the books sell out, then we might just say, okay, 40 days is it. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, because you got 250 books. Yeah. So also, you guys, Black and White, near and dear to my heart. I showed off a new page yesterday on my live stream. So if you want, go back, check it out. The content. It is the Reaper Destroyer Madness. I just decided to do something fun for my buddy Joe Sontag. So I just did the whole show based on promoting his book. So
Nice.
I kept coming back to it as like Reaper Madness, yeah. And so got a few black and white backers in the process, so that's pretty good too. So yeah, black and white. We got the T-shirts. So if you've already picked up all the content, you can still get a T-shirt. We have a new really nice black and white wraparound T-shirt done by a Red Valkyrie, Shay, Comics Gate's own Shay. And then we still have the Inko Hack Shack Studios mascot. Also, this dog's middle name, so his name's Arrow Inko T-Bear. So he's come up to see what's going on here. So you guys continue success. Everybody also in the chat, I want to thank you. Thanks for the super chats. But also get on your social media. It doesn't cost anything, and just give a little shout out to Skits. Let people know that this new book is out there, and that there's only 250 of them out, that are going to be made. So very, very limited. So take care, you guys, and we'll see you tonight on The Professionals. I do believe it is on Graham Nolan's channel, but don't quote me. We switched the dates, so it was Thursday, now it's Tuesday. So no more Taco Tuesdays for me. So it's
oh no,
it's Professional.
Well, that's how you can remember my name for next time. Art. Think of Carnita. You can think of Karshina.
Karshina,
Yeah.
Just like Maria. You got to see. She's insane and out of her mind. That is the best Blondie song ever. Some people say "Eat to the Beat," which I dig too, but man, that Maria song is fantastic. All right, you guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's Blondie, Maria. Look it up. And Bros Tonight. Yes, Bros Tonight. All right, I got to leave with this. Back Skits. We love this team. We have all the art books too. Very, very cool. All right. So I'll see you later tonight. You crazy kids, get some backers, and we'll talk to you soon.